Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Isa. It's very exciting to see so many different people here from different places, from different peoples and different communities, and we see that there are so many migrants here. So we are Filipino migrant workers, but we are united with all migrants, and we are united with all people and indigenous peoples. We are an organization that is fighting for democracy and liberation as the true solution to the root causes of migration, which is what brings us to these settled lands. Migrants have a stake in addressing the climate crisis and demanding a system that works for the people and our land, not for profit. In the Philippines, Canadian mining and other major resource projects have caused some of the biggest environmental disasters in our country's history. Indigenous lands in the Philippines are desecrated by so-called ecotourism sites, hydro dams, mines, logging, all of which Canada and other G7 countries have been complicit in, whether directly or indirectly. Our people have a long history of defending our lands and our waters. Cordillera Indigenous leader Macliing Dulag was murdered by the state for resisting the World Bank-funded Chico Dam project in the northern Philippines. Today, the Philippines is one of the deadliest countries in the world for land defenders and environmentalists. When we assert our rights to our land and livelihoods, we are repressed by the state. Many of our compatriots here in Canada have come as political refugees, whether through direct harassment or simply to escape the worsening political, social, and economic system in the Philippines. When we come to Canada, we are faced with some of the most exploitative and dangerous conditions. Like the rest of workers in Canada, migrants struggle with the ever-increasing cost of living alongside stagnating wages. Many of us are trapped in abusive, oppressive conditions legally tied to our employers through closed work permits or unable to find other work due to the deteriorating economic situation here in Canada. There are undocumented children in this province who haven't been to elementary school in months or years because of their immigration status. It is a shame. And that is why Migrante Alberta endorses the International Migrants Alliance campaign Education for All. Temporary foreign workers on farms here in Canada face some of the most intense forms of exploitation and degradation. Many workers and their families face limited access to clean water because of their living and working conditions. 8 family members sharing one bathroom. Migrant workers living in trucks. Agricultural workers denied the right to breaks and adequate hydration during hot summer months. The Canadian government is scapegoating us, migrants, for the problems that are only a natural consequence of capitalism. Inflation, low wages, the housing crisis, the doctor shortage. They blame us for the problems they caused. Canada has occupied Indigenous lands to build an economic system built on exploitation and imports migrant labor to feed the machine of profit. Canadian workplaces, farms, technical colleges, and factories have offices in the Philippines to recruit workers from among the poor working and peasant classes in our homeland. The same companies that build pipelines and mines on Indigenous lands in Turtle Island are the companies that profit from the brutal exploitation of Filipino and other migrant workers. In the Philippines, we say, lupa ay buhay, land is life. The land in the Philippines is fertile, rich, and plentiful, but it is owned by the political dynasty landlord families who serve the interests of foreign imperialists, including Canada, including the G7 governments. These families exploit the land and transform our beautiful homeland into haciendas, or plantations, where we grow crops for export while farm workers and peasant farmers can barely afford rice. Solving the problem of land ownership and land stewardship in our homeland is our greatest contribution, and it is our internationalist duty, so that we end the system of forced migration which brings us to Turtle Island. In a spirit of international solidarity, I invite all of you to join us after this climate rally to march in resistance and defiance against the G7, whose governments are the greatest thieves of our water, lands, and livelihood. Lupa ay buhay, imperialismo ibagsak. The people, united, will never be defeated!
Here, here!